And hello, everybody. Brad Johnson here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being a part of this episode of New Earth TV Live. So we're going to be getting into some meditation, some practices. We're going to do some healing as well too. Then we're going to get into some general Q&A. So good to see everybody here. But first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and get started with some announcements. Beautiful, sacred geometrical clothing, apparel, and accessories imbued with spirit source energy to heal, rejuvenate, detoxify, and strengthen the body. Shop now at healingcodeshop.com.
The latest revelation in alternative healing has arrived. The Healing Code Cards, a spiritual technology unlike anything else. Through the power of sacred geometry imbued with pure source energy, physical ailments can become eliminated and detoxified from your body. 36 cards specifically designed to work on the major areas of the body, encouraging natural recovery and increased vitality. Working with the cards are easy, and their healing results are profound. Download our collection of free sample cards so you can experience results for yourself. And don't forget to view our customer testimonials. Our printed Healing Code card deck is available now with shipping available worldwide. Visit our website at healingcodecards.com.
And of course, as I mentioned yesterday on New Earth Insights, the printed cards update regarding the mind deck, body, and energy decks are basically going to be delayed. So like I said yesterday on the broadcast with New Earth Insights, that there's some cargo freighter delays, there's some custom delays. So I feel that the mind deck is actually going to be here probably around the time of April, and the body and energy decks will be here probably around the time of May, I'd say. But I'll keep everybody updated just as I continue to hear more information. It's a bit of a challenging time right now with deliveries, so they're keeping me updated, and as I get updated, I'll keep everybody else updated as well too. And private sessions are available, 15-minute and 30-minute sessions, private one-to-ones. So like I said, I am booked up till May for 15 and 30-minute sessions. There is also the Spirit Insights sessions and the 3-question private email sessions. Those are getting booked up pretty heavily as well too, up until June right now. But nonetheless, you can go ahead and grab a private session. If you're looking to wanting to do a private session with me and you don't mind waiting till May, well then there's your opportunity. So you can go to newearthteachings.com and you can book. Another alternative is to go to the new Patreon, okay, patreon.com/newearthteachings. So there is just a single membership plan right now. It's called the New Earth Teachings membership plan. And I do bi-weekly group Q&A sessions. I just did one here on March 2nd. The next one is coming up on March 16th. So again, if you are a Patreon member, you can attend the bi-weekly group Q&A sessions. You can also enjoy all the content that's on Patreon as well too. So again, you can sign up now at patreon.com/newearthteachings. Okay, so we got the announcements out of the way, so now we're going to go ahead and get started with today's broadcast. Like I said, hello everybody, welcome. Thank you for being here today. And we're going to start off with some practices. Then we're going to get into earth meditation, and then we'll be getting into some healing. Then we'll be getting into general Q&A. All right. So just get yourself nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed, making sure your body is free of any tension. We're going to take some deep breaths in, deep breaths out, some cleansing breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And now we're going to move into some heart rate variability breathing. Okay, so all nose breathing, inhale and exhale. So we're going to do 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. If you feel you can do more breath, you can do so. Just make sure that your exhales are 2 seconds longer than your inhales. Okay, so let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one more time. Okay, so you should kind of feel that subtle, kind of spacey calmness that's coming over you right now. Feeling very relaxed, feeling very calm, just kind of like you're seeing subtle waters, just everything's getting stilled, like a pond with still waters. Now we're going to try a third exercise. Okay, this third exercise we're going to do is something that we get quite commonly in yoga, right? Whether you're doing Kriya Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, etc. It's referred to as alternative nostril breathing. Okay. Now, before doing this, what I recommend is you guys actually get a neti pot. Okay, that's Neti, a neti pot. Okay, you can find them on Amazon. You can get them online, but they almost look like a little teapot. Okay, and you fill it maybe about halfway with sea salt water or Himalayan salt water. That's fine as well too. Okay, and you would just insert each of it. If this was the spout here, you're just putting it in the nostril, and you're tipping your head so that the water can come out the other side. And you're kind of just flushing out the nose. And then you do the other side as well too, and just flushing out the sinus cavity, flushing out the nasopharynx. Okay, this is really, really good because a lot of people do have stuffy sinuses. A lot of people may have deviated septums as well too. And besides the neti pot, another good thing to do is just gurgling sea salt water or gurgling Himalayan crystal salt water. Okay, so you're just putting it in your mouth, gurgling it, and that too, alongside with the neti pot, really helps to clean out the sinuses. Okay, and this will really help as you start to do alternative nostril breathing. Okay, so to do alternative nostril breathing, taking your right thumb, putting it against your right nostril, and breathing in. Okay, now taking your middle and ring finger and putting it on the other side and breathing out. Okay, breathing in. Switch. Inhale. Switch. Inhale. Switch. Inhale. Switch. Inhale. Switch. Inhale. Switch. Last breath in. Okay, so that's a simple, short demonstration of doing alternative nostril breathing. Okay, so Brad, why are we doing the plugging of the nose with the thumb and the middle and the ring finger? Because this corresponds to the elements. Okay, so when you're looking at the 5 fingers, you're looking at the 5 elements. You can research this with yoga philosophy in that way, that each finger represents a particular element. So what we're doing is we're balancing out the appropriate elements using those switching of the fingers with the appropriate nostril. Then we have the Ida, we have the Pingala as well too. We also have the central channel, the Sushumna. Okay, and we're balancing out the energies. This is a great cleansing for the body. This is cleansing out your energy body. This is cleansing out the physical body. This is detoxification. Okay, it's a wonderful thing to do. So as you work with, again, like I said, just cleaning out the sinuses, working with a neti pot, gurgling sea salt water, okay, that will be of big help. And that's just keeping the pathways cleared. So you're working with the central channel, the left channel, the right channel, right? All of the channels of the body are receiving this great cleansing as you're doing alternate nostril breathing. Okay, so give that a try. That's something else that you can work with. We're going to do a final practice today, and I've actually demonstrated this practice before. This is the rolled tongue breathing. Okay, so you're sticking your tongue out. and you exhale through the nose. Okay. So no, I'm not intentionally giving you guys a raspberry. I'm not sticking my tongue out at you. This is the process. Now, some people cannot roll their tongue. Okay, if you cannot roll your tongue, then you just do this. You're just puckering your lips like you're ready to give somebody a kiss. Okay? Exhale through the nose. Okay, so I'm going to do the rolled tongue. If you guys want to do the puckered lips, that's up to you. But I'm going to do the rolled tongue now. We're going to do 3 of these. And one more. So, Brad, what the heck does that do? Well, that cools off your body. Okay, so basically a lot of us can eat some pretty unpleasant food. We've certainly eaten it over the years. We are exercising a lot. We're stressing out. We're getting emotionally hot within our body as well too, and we need to cool it down. And so this is one of the ways of how you're cooling down your body. So, and you're bringing in all of that yin. You're bringing in all of that cooling energy, and that's creating a cooling sensation. And that's going to cool down a lot of the physical and the emotional heat that our body gathers up daily. So it's a very, very helpful practice. And even if you're just doing 4 or 5 of those per day, that's great. You're bringing about a good balance of a cooling effect. And that cooling effect is going through your entire body. This is actually what helps to heal the lungs. If you guys are having lungs problems, you may want to work together with the rolled tongue, or just sucking in like you're sucking a straw. And you're sucking all of that cool air into the lungs. This is going to help to benefit the lungs. This is going to clear out any particular forms of problems that the lungs may have as well too. And like I said, that generating cooling effect is bringing yin energy directly into your body. It's helping to flush out a lot of toxins as well too, and keeping the equilibrium between your yin and yang, right, your hot and cold, through the body intact, balancing it out. So this is something that I'd like you guys to really work with. Okay, it may look kind of strange, right? It may look kind of silly, but again, these are yogic practices. So it'd be good for you to check those out. All right? Okay. Val asked very quickly, Brad, is positive breathing inhaling and exhaling from the nose, and negative breathing inhaling from the nose and exhaling from the mouth? Am I right? Yeah, I would say not exhaling through the mouth though. Okay? So at any particular point, try not to breathe in through the mouth or out through the mouth. When you're doing yogic practices, if I was like a very stern yoga teacher with you guys, I would say do not ever breathe in or out through your mouth when you're doing these practices. Okay? We don't want to do that. We want to stimulate the nose. Okay, this is why I say you guys want to flush out the sinuses. Okay, if you're getting some clogs, some of you have deviated septums, so you may want to get like those little nasal strips that help to open up the nasal canals. Okay, you want to mainly just do nose breathing through these yogic practices. It's different when we're exercising and all that stuff. Yeah, we may breathe through the mouth. That's fine. But when it comes to these yoga practices, we don't really want to work with the mouth for exhaling breath. Okay, yogic practices are all about this, because this is your air filter. This is not an air filter. Okay, this is your eating. This is for eating. It's not really so much for breathing. We only use it for breathing in urgent situations. This is your air filter. Okay, you want to make sure you're taking good care of this. If you guys have any particular problems with nasal breathing, odds are you probably have a lot of acidity in your body, and that's why you're having problems with nasal breathing. Okay, so we want to clean out the nose. We want to take good care of the nose. The nose is our air filter. This is built for breathing. This is not so much. This is built for eating and talking. Okay, so we want to make sure that we can do more nostril breathing. Very important. Okay, so if you guys cannot do the tongue, then you can do the suction. Okay, the goal here, so pay attention everybody, okay? The goal here is to get that cool air into your body. Okay, that's going to help with your lungs, that's going to help with your organs, that's going to help cool down your body. That's also a detoxification process. Okay, so if you cannot roll the tongue, don't worry about it, it's not the end of the world. You use your mouth, okay, use your suction. All right. Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and move on now into Mass World Meditation. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the video here. I'll take that down and put that there. Okay. So, Connor, no. So when we're looking into the idea of the Shambhali breath, what you're doing is you're not breathing through the mouth. Okay, you're breathing through the tongue, right? The tongue is being your straw. And we're doing that because that is creating a concentration of the cold air. That's moving into your lungs. So if you can roll your tongue, that's it. If we're doing this, we're not really breathing through the mouth, we're actually breathing more through the lips. Okay, this would be the idea of a mouth breathing. Okay, we're not doing that. All right, so we're doing this. Or we're doing this. We're breathing into the lips. We're breathing into the tongue, but we're not breathing into the mouth. Okay? Hope that makes sense to you guys. I know you guys have your intellectual questions, but that's fine. But our goal here, we're using that special kind of breath to bringing in that cold air. And then we're done, we breathe out through the nose. We don't breathe out through the mouth. Okay? So like I said, guys, these are yogic practices. You can certainly research them if you want. I believe that one is referred to as Shambhavi breath, or Shambhavi or Shambhali, one of the two, okay, with the tongue. And then, of course, we're doing the alternate nostril breathing. That, too, works great. And, of course, like I teach you guys in the BCR technique, that we're doing heart rate variability, okay? That also helps tremendously, okay? So, anyways, let's go ahead now, switch gears, and we're going to do a Mass Earth meditation. So right now, I just want you guys to get nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. And if you need to take a moment just to look at the image here of the earth, you can certainly do that. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to bring healing to the earth today. We're bringing healing to the earth, the entire planet. All right? So you can either place your hands upon the center of your chest, or you can put them on your lap, whichever you prefer. We're going to do some more nasal breathing here. Okay. Just getting yourself nice and relaxed, nice and calm. And so right now, I just want you to be aware of where you are presently. Okay, I want you just to be aware of yourself, seated, present in your space. Okay, and I want you to imagine like you're just zooming out. You're moving past your body, and you're just zooming out. It's kind of like you're looking at Google Maps, where you're able to zoom out from the maps, and you're able to see the entire Earth. Okay, so that's what I want you to do right now. Just imagining that you're zooming out from yourself, zooming out from your location, zooming out so that you are completely seeing the Earth very similarly to what you see here in the graphic. And now what I want you to do is I want you to see your heart turning transparent. Okay, so your heart is turning transparent. And I want you to imagine like you're just pulling out a cord. You're pulling out a string from the heart. And you're taking that string and you're depositing it directly into the core of the earth. So you're just taking out that string and you're just popping that string directly into the center of the earth. Right? So it's moving through matter, it's moving through all the material, and it's connecting directly to the heart, directly to the core of the earth. And now I want you to place your hands upon your heart. I want you to look inside the transparent heart right now and seeing the spirit light star. Okay, that tiny star that's contained in the center of your transparent heart. And now I just want you to inhale. As you're inhaling, you're making that star brighter and brighter. As you're exhaling, you're making that star bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Bigger and bigger. And I want that light to feel like it's just encompassing the entirety of your body. So your entire body is being encompassed by this heart spirit light contained in the center of the heart. So just keep doing that breathing until you feel that star has completely encompassed your body. And now with that cord, that string that you have placed directly into the core of the earth, I want you just to be aware of that right now. As we're now just feeling our light that encompasses our entire body. And I want you now to think of a very happy moment. I want you to think of a very peaceful moment. I want you to think of a joyful, exciting moment. And I want you just to take that thought, and I want you just to imagine like you're mixing that thought with your light. So you're just seeing that thought as like an orb. And you're just putting that orb into yourself, and it's breaking apart, and it's just spreading itself through all of your light that you are seeing in your body right now. So you're just breaking that orb of thought, and you're magnetizing that thought to all of the light that flows through your body right now. That love, that happiness, that joy, that peace, that excitement. Feel that in the essence of the light that you feel radiating throughout your body right now. And once you start to feel it very strongly, you're now just directing it with your thought, with your intent, through this string, through this cord. And you're feeling all of that light through this cord going directly into the core, the heart of Mother Earth. And as that light goes into the core of the earth, that light is becoming more profound. That light is now bonding together with the divine light of the earth. And she is now taking your light and expanding it, expanding it, expanding it, until that light now starts to glow and touch the surface of the earth. With your love, your joy, your happiness, your peace that you have placed inside your light, bonding together with the light of Mother Earth. That light is now just encompassing the entire planet. And as it encompasses the entire planet, I want you to see this light covering all the lands, covering all the oceans. I want you to feel it covering North and South America. I want you to feel it covering Europe, Asia, Africa, Australasia, Antarctica, all of the oceans. I want you to feel every single person on this planet, every living being on this planet, engulfed by your light. They are engulfed by your light and the light of Mother Earth. You can feel it engulfing their aura. So no matter where you see yourself throughout the entire globe, or no matter what you're looking at through the entire globe, you're seeing every single person. You're seeing every single living being on the planet covered in that light. You're seeing the vegetation of the planet covered in that light. You're seeing every drop in the ocean on the planet covered in that light. And as you feel all of life being covered by this light, I want you in your own unique way to offer a blessing to all of those beautiful, loving beings here on the earth. I want you to feel all of that light pervading them, going even deeper and seeing it in every cell of their body. And this is simply a joyful, peaceful, loving, tranquil, compassionate light that is flowing through every living being here on the earth. It is flowing harmoniously through the earth herself, covering her atmosphere. And now that you have this bonding moment with the earth, what do you want to tell her? What do you want to say to the earth, who has provided you with all of this? Who provides you with all of this beautiful environment freely since the day you were born? What do you want to say to her? Because know that she is always saying beautiful things back to you without words. She is showing you the perfection that she is without words. She is being the true divine mother for yourself without words. And just take this moment to give your heartfelt appreciation, your heartfelt love, your heartfelt joy to the divine Mother Earth for all that she provides. And you only wish the highest love, the highest light, the highest compassion for her and every living thing that is upon her planet. That includes the human beings. And so take this moment to energetically embrace the earth. Just embrace her. Embrace your mother. And know that she is always here for you, that you can always speak to her, even if she does not speak vocally. She is speaking through herself directly to you. And let's feel that cord now coming back, unraveling itself and retracting itself, coming back directly into your heart, retracting directly back into your heart. Feel all of that light that is around the earth. Feel that beautiful light that is being returned to you now, as it has been touched by the spirit of the earth. And it too is retracting back into your heart, back into your heart, back into your heart. For the earth has touched your light, and you have touched the light of the earth. And now it stays with you as the light returns back to the heart of you and the heart of the earth. And just placing your hands upon the heart once again, take a deep breath in and out. And blessings to you, blessings to all life upon the earth, and blessings to Mother Earth as well. And when you are ready, you can come back and return to the present moment. Okay. So thank you, everybody, for joining me with the Earth meditation. You can always continue to repeat this meditation exercise for as long as you wish. Like I said, you're just giving benefit to yourself. You're giving benefit to the Earth. You're giving benefit to all that exists upon the Earth as well, too. Okay? Just leaves you with a really wonderful, warm feeling in the heart. Let's take care of the Mother Earth. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move into healing time. Okay, distance healing. So if you guys do have a request for either yourself or for somebody else, you can put that request in the chat. Okay, I'm going to start off at the very beginning of the chat, very top, as I had a person here asking for healing. So this is from Corinne Koopmans. Corinne says, "Hi Brad, I have a healing request for Jan. He's 85 and suffers from delusions." Okay, so I'm assuming you mean probably dementia in that way. Okay, so Corinne, yes, I will certainly work together with Jan right now. And Corinne, if you want to assist in the background, you're more than welcome to do so. I'll be doing this work through Jan's higher self. Okay, so I call in Jan's higher self right now, just to be present with me. Okay. Jan is now present with me. His higher self is now with me. And so now I'm just telling the higher self to see the heart transparent, see the spirit light star directly in the center, placing the hands in prayer posture at the center of the chest, feeling that light coming into the center of the palms as we inhale, making that light brighter and brighter as we exhale, making that light bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, 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 bigger and bigger, and just expanding our hands out as far and as wide as they can go, and just resting the hands upon the lap now. And for Jan's higher self to see the light as large as the cosmos itself. For this is your love, your trust, and your faith. Apply. And to dear Jan, you are well, you are radiant, you are pure, you are perfect. Spirit light now surrounds you, covering you with support, with the work that shall now be done, to bringing you into clarity and into happiness. Love and blessings to you, dear son. And now to Jan's higher self, just taking all of that light, slowly bring it back in and just saying, God is making me better and better. 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 Putting all of that light back into the heart. Blessings to you, and be well. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Corinne, for that request. Okay, here's a contribution here from Heisenberg. Heisenberg says, "Hi, Brad, please assist in providing healing for my chronic digestive issues. Thanks." Okay, so Heisenberg certainly will do that. I would also recommend that you're looking back at the yogic practices that I was sharing earlier as well, too. Okay, this is really helping with digestive issues. There's also certain yogic postures you can do as well too that will help you. Okay, one of them is actually being able to roll into the ball, right? So you're basically on your back on the ground and you're just pulling your knees up and you're just holding your knees and you're just bending your head forward and you're trying to get your head to touch your knees. Of course, that's going to take some time, but this is really good for resolving digestive issues as well too. Okay, so that's one good yogic posture to do. The second one is working together with, I would say the best way to describe it would be the abdominal breathing. Okay, so we're basically working with bellows breath. Okay, so that would basically just work like this. I'm not sure if you can see all the way down to the abdomen with me, but you're taking a deep breath in, full deep breath out, and then okay, you're contracting your ab muscles, you're contracting your abdominals, and you're focusing only on the exhaling breath. Just focus on the exhale. Okay. As you do this, I would say maybe do 100, 200 of those. Okay. Go at your own pace. Do what's comfortable. But as you do this every single day, okay, Heisenberg, that is going to majorly help with your digestive issues as well. So, of course, I'll do some healing work on you today, but that's something I could suggest. Okay. Just doing those 2 yogic postures. Okay. Bringing the knees in and working together with bellows breath. Okay. That will really help with clearing out digestive issues. That will also help with balancing out the alkaline acidity content within the body as well too. Rejuvenates the organs. There's so many benefits for these things. This is why I suggest you guys really work with the yoga practices. They are phenomenal. Okay, but just start at your own pace. Okay, so Heisenberg, we will work on that now with your digestive issues. So right now, I just want you to place your hands in prayer posture. Okay, and taking a deep breath in and out. Okay, I want you to see your heart transparent now, seeing the spirit light contained inside the heart, just like a star. And as you inhale, you're feeling that star light going in between your palms. So as you inhale, feel that light getting brighter and brighter. As you exhale, extending your hands, feeling that light getting bigger and bigger. So inhale, brighter and brighter. Exhale, bigger and bigger, expanding your hands. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Okay. And once you extend your hands out as far as they can go, just place them gently on your lap. And I want you now just to focus on the light that you have expanded, seeing it as big as the universe itself. For this represents your love, your trust, and your faith. Heisenberg, you are now surrounded with spirit light. The divine is working with you. The divine is with you. And feeling any issues within yourself dissolving away, clearing away entirely. Be well, dear child. And now Heisenberg, just taking all of that light that you've expanded earlier, slowly starting to bring it back in, back towards the heart as that's happening, saying aloud or in your mind, God is making me better and better. 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 Putting all of that light back into the heart. I want you now just to take both of your hands, feeling it upon your abdomen. I want you to again say that mantra. God is making me better and better. God is making me better and better. God is making me better and better. And I want you to continue to say it until you smile. Okay? I want you to continue to say that to your abdomen until you smile. All right? After that, have some water today. Okay, grab some, I'd say basically drink maybe about 2 liters of water today. Okay? And try and drink it maybe about an hour or two before bed. And again, just blessing that water as it flows through your body. You're also saying the same thing to the water as you drink it in your mind. God is making me better and better. God is making me better and better. Okay? Wake up in the next morning. There will definitely be a shift taking place within yourself. Okay? Be well, and thank you. Okay. So this one here is from David. David says, Brad, can you do a healing for me and my family? To have enough, be enough love for each other, and be healthier. Okay? So I didn't get as many family members, but that's okay. I'm basically just going to be working with your collective, David. Okay? So you'll be included in that collective. So David, I'll be referring to this as David's Family's Collective, or David's Family Collective. Okay? So David, just get yourself nice and relaxed. You can participate with this too. Okay, placing our hands in prayer posture. And now I'm just seeing all of the collective, and I'm basically just kind of seeing it as an orb of light, relating to the collective mind, the collective heart of David's family. Okay, and I'm just seeing kind of like arms coming out of that orb right now. And now just feeling the heart turning transparent. So we're seeing a heart inside the orb as well, turning transparent. And again, seeing the spirit light star in the orb and moving that now towards the center of the palms. Inhaling. Seeing that light getting brighter and brighter. Exhaling. Seeing that light getting bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Once your hands are fully extended out, just putting it down on your side. Okay. And now just tuning into that pure light, that expansive light that is as vast as the cosmos now. Representing the love, trust, and faith for the family collective here, representing that orb of light. Okay, blessings to you, David, and blessings to your entire family. The pure love of spirit surrounds each and every one of you, going deeper into your bodies, going deeper into the cells, going deeper into the atomic structure, going deeply into your own light. Feel this love and this understanding and this compassion from Divine Spirit as it now sheathes upon each of you within the family collective. Okay, and now just taking that light, what was expanded before, slowly bringing it back in. God is making me better and better. God is making me better and better. God is making me better and better. God is making me better and better, putting it back into the heart. Okay. So David, I want you to spend a little bit of extra time just with your family today, whether you're present with them or not, does not matter. I want you just to meditate on that orb, right? So you're just seeing a light orb representing your family unit, representing your family collective. Okay, and again, I want you to expand your light, and I want you to send all of your love to that family orb collective, okay? The collective inside the family orb. Just keep doing that, and you're going to notice a big difference as we continue to bring that love and compassion, because like I said, only you can see them in the unique way that you do. Okay, so we want to reflect that with the love and compassion that we give in the family, regardless of the dramas of the lower mind that take place. Okay? Thank you very much. Take care. Okay, so this one here is from Valentina. Valentina asks, VB, aka Tatiana, okay, please help me recover from shallow breathing, lungs, heart issue. Thank you. Have seen various deaths being stabbed in the back, might be connected. It seems not much improvement made. A lot of it is loss. That's the real cause behind this, Tatiana. Okay, it's loss. Right? So you feel a lot of loss within yourself. You feel a lot of difficulty. You feel a lot of frustration and tension surrounding great loss. All right? So we're going to work on that today. So Valentina, or Tatiana, as you want to be called. Okay, placing your hands in prayer posture, putting it in the center of your chest, connecting directly to the heart now, feeling the heart turning transparent, seeing spirit light, the spirit light star in your heart. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. See that light coming in between your palms. Another deep breath in, seeing that light getting brighter. Exhaling now, seeing that light getting bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Okay, making that light as vast as the cosmos. You can place your hands on your lap. You can bring them back into prayer posture if you wish as well too. It's up to you. Okay, so that pure light representing your love, your trust, and your faith. And we will now begin. So Tatiana, right now, I just want you to imagine as if a large gust of wind is just coming upon you right now, and that gust of wind is blowing away all the tension, all the feeling of loss, all the stress and strain behind everything that you've felt. It is now being carried by the wind and taken out of here. A gigantic gust of wind just blowing right through you and feeling your lungs and your heart, your organs all together, just completely freed from those chains of tension through loss. Okay, you are well, you are blessed, dear child. Taking all of that light back now, slowly retracting it back into the heart. God is making me better and better. 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 Back into the heart. So Tatiana, I'd like you to work a little bit more with relaxing every muscle in your body. Okay, so what you do is you basically just tense up every muscle that you can feel for a couple of seconds. And I want you to completely let it go. And it's just like you're imagining yourself going limp. Right? We may do that a couple of times. Just tensing up every muscle in your body. And go limp. Okay? So I want you to feel the difference between when you're tense and when you're relaxed. Because I don't think you know the full difference. Okay? There's a lot of tension within your heart that was there. Okay? That's being blown away right now. So I want you just to work a lot more with relaxing the muscles in the body. Okay? Another way you can do it is just start off with the feet. Go up to the legs, to the buttocks, to the abdomen, the chest and back, shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, the neck, the face, the head, and just relaxing the muscles in groups and letting them go. So I really want you to learn about relaxing the entire body. And this is going to help you as well too with doing a lot more abdominal breathing, okay? With doing the full breath, where we use the abdomen, where we use the chest, where we use the clavicle, okay? We're using all three parts to do the full breath, okay? Some people are shallow breathers. They just breathe through the clavicle, or they just breathe through the chest. They don't even go to the abdomen, okay? So we want to make sure we're incorporating all three parts, so we're doing a good full breath, all right? Thank you very much, Tatiana. Take care. Okay, guys, we're going to do 2 more healing requests, then we're going to Q&A. Okay, so just 2 more. And I will do a group healing at the end of the broadcast today as well. Okay. So here's one here for Benice, 22. Benice says, Dear Brad, Sharon T. healing request for myself. Okay, her name is Sharon. Thank you. Healing request for myself. I need help with healing my gallbladder from gallbladder stones. Thank you. Okay. So really what we want to do, Benice, is we want to shrink the stones, okay? That's what I want you to be in your mind. I want you to see that the gallbladder stones are basically shrinking to the size of a grain of sand, okay? We do have the ability to shrink these gallbladder stones. So what happens is the cells will start to surround the stones, and they'll start stripping it of a lot of its nutrients, a lot of its contents, until it actually starts to get stripped down almost to the size of a grain of sand. Okay, so that is our goal here in this healing practice. All right, so Sharon, let's get yourself nice and relaxed, nice and comfortable. Placing your hands now upon the center of your chest, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, feeling your heart turning transparent. Okay, bringing that light now to the center of your palms. As you inhale, making it brighter and brighter. Exhale, bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Bigger and bigger. Until your hands are fully extended outwards. Resting your hands on your lap, or returning to prayer posture if you wish. And seeing that light now, as big as the cosmos, representing your love, your trust, and your faith. Remember, your intention is to shrink down the gallbladder stones. Okay? We will now begin. And so now, Sharon, I just want you to see a gallbladder stone contained inside your body that has become loose. Okay, I want you just to see it for what it is right now. And all that spirit light that you expanded to make it as big as the universe, I want you to feel that light now converging over that stone. Okay, that light is now covering the entire gallbladder stone. And where that light goes, the cells of your body goes as well. And so you have these specialized cells that are now surrounding the light. And you can now see all of those specialized cells going in and absorbing and clearing away all of the contents of the gallbladder stone, munching it down, making it smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, until it becomes the size of a grain of sand. And now put this intention through all of your gallbladder stones that are looking to pass through the body right now. Put that intention forward to the specialized cells governed by the light of spirit to shrink down all of these gallbladder stones so that they may pass safely through the body. Okay, Sharon, so now taking your light, returning it back to yourself, saying again, God is making me better and better. 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 Returning that light back into the heart. And know completely that is happening within your body right now is the shrinking of the stones. The specialized cells have been called to do this task, for they can do it, and it is being done. It is being commanded by the divine within you right now. All right, blessings to you, and thank you. Okay, we're going to go for our last request here. Let me just go down the list here for one more request. Okay, still looking for one last request here for healing. Okay, this is the first one I see here. This one's from Mariette. Okay, Brad, I have a healing request to assist with my smoking addiction. Also, if there is a message from Spirit regarding this destructive bad habit, usually messages follow. All right. So Mariette, yes, we'll look into that right now. Okay. So Mariette, right now, just getting yourself nice and relaxed, nice and comfortable. Okay, placing your hands in prayer posture, seeing your heart turn transparent. See the spirit light star in the center of the heart. Okay, placing that light now in the center of your palms, making it brighter and brighter. Exhaling now, making it bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger, until your hands are fully extended, putting all the light all around you, making it as vast as the cosmos, representing your love, your trust, and your faith. Okay? And right now, I just want you to look at yourself. I want you to see yourself from the third person. I want you to see yourself lighting up a cigarette. Okay, I want you to see yourself smoking. I want you to pause it. Pause that frame. I want you to go back into your timeline. I want you to remember the first time that you decided to light up a cigarette. So see yourself the very first time that you decided to light up a cigarette. Okay, do you know why you did it? Emotional strain to do it. An escape. Okay, that's the only reason you're doing it. It's an escape. It's a blanket. It's a crutch. It's the only reason you're doing it. There's no other reason. So right now I want you to feel all of that spirit light that's blanketing your entire body right now. And I want you just to put that spirit light directly into the memory that's telling you, I have to smoke because of this. I have to smoke because of this emotion. I have to smoke because it's this crutch. It's this security blanket. Okay, and I want you just to wrap yourself around that right now. And now we're going to take away the cigarette altogether because it has nothing to do with it. We're going to look at the underlying emotion that has caused you to light up. And that's what needs to be healed. It's not the cigarette. It's the emotion behind it. It's the addiction, but it's the emotion behind the addiction we want to clear away. That's where I want you to put your focus now. Okay, so Mariette, I want you now to just take all your light back once again. Bring it back to your heart, retracting it back, saying, God is making me better and better. 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 Putting all that light back into the heart. Now I want you to keep saying that to the emotion. If the emotion is still there, I want you to keep saying that. God is making me better and better. God is making me better and better. God is making me better and better. Okay? Another alternative of mantra is you can say, God is making me clean. God is making me clean. God is making me clean. Okay? This has nothing to do with the cigarette. Cigarette is nothing. It has to do with you. It's your emotion behind that triggered that forward. Right? And it's your addiction to the cigarette that you have used as a crutch. So I want you just to see that emotion melting away, melting away, melting away, melting away. And you'll be free of it. You'll no longer have the desire to light up because the emotion that was fueling it isn't there anymore. So all we're doing is we're flushing away the emotion. Okay? Blessings to you. Thank you, Mariette. Okay, guys, so that concludes our healing for today. So now we're going to go ahead and move on into questions. Okay, so if you guys do have a question for me, you can feel free to put it in the chat. All right, so I'm just actually just going to take a quick washroom break because I've been drinking a lot of water today. So just give me 1 moment as I excuse myself. Be back in 1 minute. Okay, so I'm going to switch now to live chat view. So hello everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Lisa says, Brad, I sent you a request for Neo Healing. I did not receive it, Lisa. Can you please repost it below? Okay. Sometimes I don't see your guys' comments. It's not that I'm deliberately ignoring you. I just sometimes don't see it. Like I said, sometimes I'll move down the chat and the chat will automatically shift itself downwards. And then I lose my spot. So Lisa, again, please just repost it down at the bottom here, okay? So I'll wait for that. If I don't get around to it, guys, I'm doing a group healing at the end of the broadcast. You can just join in with the group healing, okay? If by chance I don't see it. But Lisa, just put it on the bottom. I'll take a look at it, and we'll go from there. Okay, in the meantime, we'll look at some questions here. This one here is from Marla. Marla says, question, in December of 2021, I had extreme fatigue, no other symptoms. It took me out of work for 3 weeks. Can you give me an insight to as its purpose? This is emotional burnout. This is mental burnout. This, again, is something that has taken its toll in the past that therefore comes out. It's kind of like a cycle returning. Okay, it's a returning cycle, and it comes through the idea of mental burnout. Now, again, you guys have to remember that just because you have mental thoughts, right, that you have emotional states, many of you don't think that it impacts the body. It does. Okay, every thought you think impacts the body. Every emotion you feel impacts the body. So it catches up with you. And because December 2021 was the time of the solstice, that is a tally-up gateway. And so basically it's part of the idea that you're getting a tally-up so that you can pay off your debts. Okay, this is karmic debt. With the emotions, with the mentalities, with the strain, with the stress that you've been going through, that's what creates that burnout. And because the energies of the solstice was there, that's a tally-up point, okay? Things start to become a lot more potent there. So it reaches into you and it looks into all these things. It looks into your burnout. It looks into your emotions. It looks into your mentality. And everything that has been stored up for quite some time now hits you with that extreme fatigue, okay? So that extreme fatigue is mental burnout, emotional burnout. And it just basically propagates itself through that time of the tally-up regarding the solstice. Usually about 2 or 3 weeks before a solstice and 2 to 3 weeks after a solstice, you are seeing an intense potency of energy between the physical world and the spirit world. Okay, and what they're doing is they're converging. And that convergence can deeply affect us tremendously. Okay, so that's what you got. You got a burnout. So now here we are in March of 2022. Hope you're feeling better. Okay, you guys got to be very mindful about what you're putting towards your thoughts. This is why we do the BCR technique, everybody. This is why I recommend it being the number one thing you guys should be watching first and foremost on my channel before anything, is the BCR technique and doing a 30-day challenge. Okay? Because now you're putting that love accumulation, which takes no effort whatsoever, and now you're standing at the top of the mountain, commanding your energy, commanding the love to take care of all of those points of stress within the body. That stresses the organs, that stresses the cells, that stresses the bodily systems. You're going in and you're cleaning every single one of them out. Okay? That's what we got to do. Very important. All right? So Marla, that's what was going down. All right? Okay. Okay. So let me do this quick healing request here for Lisa, because she did post it earlier. So Brad, request is healing for Neil, who is in Toronto and has mobility and lower back pain. Thank you a billion. Okay, so let me do this real quick, and then we'll get into some more questions. Okay, and then we'll do a group healing at the end. Okay, so yes, Lisa, if you want to join in the background, you're more than welcome to as well. Okay, so I am now calling in Neil's higher self to be here with me now. Okay, he is present. Okay, and I'm just telling his higher self now to place his hands in prayer posture. Okay, heart is transparent. Light is coming in between the palms. Inhale, making the light brighter and brighter. Exhale, making it bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, 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 bigger and bigger. Okay, when the hands are fully extended, we're putting them down on the lap. Seeing all of that light now as the love, trust, and faith. And we will now begin. Okay, and to Neil's higher self now, gathering all of that love, that light energy, slowly retracting it back into the heart. God is making me better and better. 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 Putting all of that love back into the heart. Okay. Neil has been going through a great deal of survival problems, survival issues. He has also had some family traumas as well too, and it all takes toll in regards to his manifestation of stress upon the lower back. And this has been taking its toll for quite some time, and it leads into a severity with the lower back pain and mobility issues. However, Spirit is now upon that, sending that light all upon his back, freeing it all up. Okay? So Lisa, continue to send your love to him as well too. Spirit is with him. Spirit is working with him. Okay? Blessings to you both. Thank you. Okay. So, let me just go down the list here a bit more. Lisa, I think you purchased a couple times. You didn't really need to do that. One time is fine. But thank you anyways. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to go into Q&A now, guys. So if you guys do have questions, you can post them. So Anita says, Brad, is it true that there is a space ark in Ukraine under the sand? There is another one in Russia. This sounds like Iraq in the 90s. It would be more appropriate to say that there are installations that are underneath Ukraine, right? It's like I said, that Ukraine was once known as Khazaria. Okay, guys, I talked about this in yesterday's broadcast. If you guys are still wondering about Russia and Ukraine, if you have not seen New Earth Insights, go watch yesterday's broadcast because I talked all about it, okay? So I'm not going to be repeating questions, answering questions about Russia and Ukraine. I've already shared my piece with that, talked about it a lot yesterday. Go back and look at it there, okay? But so it would not be appropriate to say that these are space arcs, that this is ET technology in that way. But there are installations that are underneath the Ukraine. Russia, of course, also has some underground installations as well, too. They also do have, Russia also does have, I guess you could say, relics, or again, also does have possession of certain extraterrestrial technology and spacecraft as well, too. But it's not what we think it is, okay? So there are some installations, right? A lot of those installations were taught by humankind about how to be built through extraterrestrial assistance, okay? So that's really what I'm getting here in regards to tethering with the Ukraine. Okay, you could say that the Khazarian Mafia has been aware of a lot of different forms of ET secrets, okay? They have had in their possession a multitude of different spacecraft over the years, but it did not precisely come from the Ukraine. It's just part of their network. Their network came across a multitude of different extraterrestrial spacecraft, some in that sense which they could not capture because it was not physical, but it was things that they were able to see. A lot of them could represent the idea of plasma or luminescent craft that they were incapable of taking down. Because a lot of the KM, Khazarian Mafia, were very successful in the past shooting down certain spacecraft and therefore apprehending it afterwards. Okay, so they have quite a trove of different types of space vehicles. But a lot of that has been taken away from them because they no longer have access to the installations that kept in vaults many of these different types of spacecraft. And so where there is the great majority of the spacecraft that they once seized, they no longer have possession of. So because they've lost the contact of being able to get access to those installations. So that would be the general idea. But yes, there are certainly underground installations in Ukraine. I talked about laboratories yesterday as well too. All of that is there. Okay, but it's not a lot of what people think, that there's a gigantic space ark. No. But there is ET spacecraft that the Khazarian Mafia themselves have apprehended over the years, many of them. Okay? Russia is also aware of this. Okay, that's what I can share about that. Okay. Okay, Xenia asked a question about vaccine mandates. Guys, I've already talked about it. I've already talked about vaccination mandates. I was even talking about some of it yesterday as well, too. Okay? A lot of things are going to be happening in Australia. I'm not giving you guys dates. Okay? No dates. I'm giving you guys approximation times because these are not predictions. These are sharings. Okay? So Australia is going through a great amount of exposure right now. As I talked about yesterday, there's a lot of weather manipulation technology that is being used just at the capitals, the capital cities. And that is again being used to create these floods to try and disperse people. But the people will not give up so easily. They will relocate and they will continue to work together and standing up, right? So they're going through their revolution time right now in Australia. Okay? So like I said, this is going to continue forward. I've talked about March being a very, very heavy month. Okay, it's a heavy month, it's a climactic month, but as we get into April, it's going to be much more of a luminescent month. It's going to be more of a golden month. I want you guys just to see, okay? I'm not here to give you guys predictions and saying, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. What I've talked about is that I'm giving you guys sharings and giving you guys new perspectives so that when you look at those new perspectives, you say, this is great, I resonate with this. And now many others start to resonate with this. And you are creating your timelines based on that, okay? As I've talked about in previous videos, there is no such thing as a generic timeline, Okay, it's what we choose. It's what we come together as a collective to perform. And as that happens, you see the transitional stage of the old dark regime falling apart behind the scenes and in front of the scenes as well too, while new opportunities are now birthing. They're now growing. They're now sprouting. Okay? So if you guys are just so concerned about when are the vaccine mandates ending, you're not paying attention to what's happening right now. You're just pointing together for an end result, and you're not seeing everything that needs to happen right now that is so crucial for you to experience. Right? It's not about getting to the end destination here. It's about the journey in between. You need to watch this. You need to see everything that's happening. You need to take it into account. Because that's where you learn from this. You're like a kid that just wants to get the candy store. I just want to get to the candy store. I don't care about how I get there. I just want to get to the candy store and get the candy. Right? Spoken like an addict. A candy addict. So again, we get into the addiction of just wanting to end these mandates. But you're not seeing the process of how that's done. You got to take in the experiences here. That's what's going to enrich you the most. Right? Are the vaccine mandates going to end? Yes, of course they are. But rather than focusing so much on that, saying, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? Like a kid at a candy store, look at all these contingencies of events that are coming together, that's showing you the road signs, right? The signposts that these things are happening, so that you start to feel it getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and now whoosh, the fruit blossoms. And that's what we're going to see, okay? So I've already talked about March. I've already started to talk about April. Just let things happen day by day. Be aware of the signposts. That's what you want to train yourself to see. Okay? Look past the drama. Start looking at these things from the higher mind, not the lower one. Lower one is victim consciousness. Higher mind, we see the entire picture. We're not being scattered and frantic and saying, oh, what about this piece? What about this piece? What about this piece? It's people just constantly working with tiny thoughts rather than looking at the big, brilliant picture of intuition that comes from the higher mind. Okay? That's all I'm doing and looking at all these things here, guys. I just see all the little puzzle pieces coming together, but I'm just seeing the big picture here because I already see these things ending. I already see these things taking place. And it's just very interesting to observe the signposts about how this is happening and seeing those little puzzle pieces fit in the big picture. It's a beautiful thing to see. Okay? Thank you. Okay. So Linda asks the question, when did our Creator create the Earth Collective? And how do I know if I'm a wanderer who came to help the Earth through the spiritual awakening or if I'm part of the Earth Collective? Thanks. Okay. So you're a little confused here, Linda. If you're looking for the idea of a beginning from that which is infinite, you're just going to get confused. Okay? This is not about a beginning. This is not about a start. This is not about an end. This is not about a middle point. Okay? The collective has always been. You are only looking at a perception of what the collective represents through people, through human beings here on the earth. We're looking at a perception of being here on the planet. That is a particular perception. And we attempt to give it mortal ideas about the beginning, middle, and end relating to what we know as a collective. The collective has always been. It does not confine itself to time. Time is impermanent. Time is relative. Time exists only through thoughts, through memory, through time. That's the net package. That's the complete package that it comes with. Time, thoughts, memory. And if you are trying to understand the collective through thoughts, you'll never figure it out. Because there is no time when it comes to the collective. The collective is one. The many are the one. The all are the one. There is no idea of time. There is no time of when did our souls have a beginning? Never had a beginning. When did our souls have an end? They never have an end. Because they're not mortal. Okay, this mortal experience, this physical experience that you see, has a mortality rate. It has an impermanence to itself. It is a mortal construct. And many attempt to define their lives by looking at thoughts. And that too is a mortal construct. You are trying to understand the nature of the infinite, but you're trying to use the lens of the mortality to understand the infinite. You can't do it. Can't be done. So this is what I've talked about through my channel. If you're new, well then you should check out this video. Okay? So where I'm talking about the nature of the higher self, when we're looking into the higher mind. Okay? So we're going into the higher mind. We're realizing the higher self of who we really are. That's where you see the big picture of everything. And you realize that everything beyond the crude matter, beyond the crude forms, it's always been there. It's always here. It's never been confined to time. It's never been confined to thoughts. It's never been confined to memories. Because I am looking at mortal things. I'm looking at tiny little puny things called thoughts. And that's what they are. They're tiny, they're puny, they're little. They're mortal. That's not who you are. You are spirit. You are God consciousness. You are the divine. You are infinite intelligence. And that is never confined to the nature of time or space or dimension or matter or energy. Those are all mortal constructs and mortal premises. Those are enterprises of understanding the idea of a physical world that you're seeing all around you, but you cannot go beyond it. And to go beyond it, at least, you got to go into the higher mind, because there you'll see the bigger picture. To go beyond the mind itself is to go beyond that. And it's to go into no mind. And it's to simply be. As you are simply being, there is no construct relating to the idea of space, time, matter, energy, dimension. Those are all inventions. That's intelligent design, but that's not intelligence. Therefore, the collective is one. There's only one being that exists, and do you know who that is? God. God is all that exists. Everybody here, including myself, just different expressions of the divine through God consciousness. That's all there is. This is why I keep saying to you guys, you're the only one here. You're the only one that exists. You're the only one here that can perceive. You can't perceive through another's eyes. You can only perceive through yours. You can only perceive your reality. You're the only one. Okay? So this is where, again, you get confused about the Earth Collective, because we're asking questions, but you're not forming the correct response to those questions. You're basically asking a question that's confusing and wrong in the first place. So the whole idea is not about an Earth Collective being created. There is no Earth Collective. There's just God. Right? It's how we perceive it in that way, because we see 8 billion people. So what about the collective of that? Well, that's all God. It's just a part of the ocean that represents God. There is only ever God consciousness. That's what exists. That is the pure consciousness. Okay? So when you're asking about the idea of how do I know if I'm a wanderer who came to help the earth through the spiritual awakening, or if I'm part of the Earth Collective. So again, if we're looking at a collective, if you're here on this earth, Linda, you're part of the earth experience. You're part of the collective. You're part of that ocean that carries this particular collective that we see in front of the scenes. Now, some people talk about walk-ins in that way, and basically there's a very easy way to identify yourself as a walk-in, because a walk-in is defined as a soul who has taken over the agreement of a body while that particular body is already born into the world. Okay? So you may notice yourself being a walk-in at 7 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, etc. How you'll know you're a walk-in is there will be a blank slate of memory relating to a certain point of your life that you do not recall. So if a walk-in, for example, came into a 7-year-old's body and that other soul left, right, but that soul is still in the waiting wings, so to speak, watching over this life, because they're still tethered to the body. They're just not tethered incarnationally. And the new soul comes in, and they're 7 years old, and they have to go through a bit of a acclimatizing to the body. But they will notice that as they stay in the body, they cannot recall any memories pertaining to the earlier childhood that took place, because that was the other soul's memories. Okay? They only really have access to the cellular memory that's contained inside the body, so they may get little bits and pieces here and there, residues left over pertaining to memory. But they will have a blank slate pertaining to their early childhood. Okay? Back to their earlier years, from when they first entered the body. If that is your situation, then most likely you are a walk-in. Okay? That's the nature of a walk-in. You have to understand that your memory is your own. It's part of your akasha. So when you leave a body, and if another soul comes in, they are only going to have access to the cellular memory. They're not going to have access to your grandiose memory through your akasha, because that belongs to your soul. Okay? Their soul does not have those experiences. You cannot share the experiences that you do not have. Only in regards to the cellular memory residuals that is still there when that new soul comes in. Okay? So that's the idea of a walk-in. All right? Thank you. Okay, so we're going to take maybe about 2 or 3 more questions, guys, and we're going to go to the group healing at the end here. It's interesting. Maria just asked a question. Brad, is there a reason for me not having memories? Well, just like what I said right there. Because that could be a possibility, all right? We'd have to talk about that more, Maria, okay? It's something that would have to go a lot more deeper, right? So through a session, for example. Okay. Okay, here's one from Chiselle. Question, Brad. With weather manipulation in Australia, I feel that we are living under a dome. You're living under a dome. Well, if you want to live under a dome, go for it. No, we're not living under a dome. Okay, this is all part of weather manipulation technology that uses technology very similar to what we call scalar. Okay, this is scalar waves. Scalar waves have the ability to manipulate weather. They're able to push clouds. They're able to go to the other part of the world where a storm's happening, and they're able to basically use those scalar waves as like a type of trajectory or tractor beam, and are actually able to push that over to the area that they have designated. It's quite simple. Okay, so this can be done with satellites. This can be done with technology that's on the ground. All these are really just scalar waves. They're reverse engineered Nikola Tesla technology that can actually be able to grab a hold of certain storms, and they can push it and pull it into any area they wish. This has happened to my neck of the woods here in BC, Canada, okay, where we've had some storms, we've had some Arctic weather as well too. That is definitely very out of the ordinary. It's because, again, you can even see the ripples in the sky as well too. Like you could say HARP. HARP is one idea of this, but it's all just scalar technology. Scalar technology that's on the ground, and it can be through satellites as well too, and they can just push that particular storm to wherever they want. So it has nothing to do with a flat earth, guys. I've already given you my perspective of flat earth and basically told you it's a bunch of bunk. Okay? We have a honeycomb earth, a clustered earth. That's exactly what Adronis used to call it, was a clustered earth. It is a hexagonal sphere. That is its natural geometry. Okay? If you don't believe me, you have to look into this yourself. You go up to spirit, you see the big picture. You go to the higher mind, you see the big picture because you'll see it. Okay? It has nothing to do with a flat earth. The flat earth is nothing but a ruse. Okay? It's nothing but just resurrected garbage that has been dismissed centuries ago that's trying to make a comeback karmically. Okay? It has nothing to do with the flat earth. So like I said, don't believe me if you want. You go right up to the higher mind, you see it yourself. Okay? It's a hexagonal sphere. It's kind of like a bit of an inflated soccer ball in that way, a little overinflated, because the earth has a bit of a belly. Okay? But no, we have an ovular earth, a round earth. She is not flat. Okay? It's just what I've discovered, guys. I'm not going to tell you a bunch of BS that I have not seen. Okay? what I perceive, what I get from the higher mind, when I go up there, hexagonal sphere. Okay? You guys go up to the higher mind, you see it yourself. Simple as that. All right? Okay, here's an interesting one here from TLC. Any advice to a conscious light worker who, as my power grows, feels more isolated? Well, this has exactly been my journey. But I wouldn't call it isolation, I call it seclusion. Okay? The whole idea is that as you start to move up into greater frequency because you're seeing more of the truth of yourself, you may start to notice that you're no longer in relationship to the old things that you were once a part of. And those old things are tethered to associations of people that were once a part of your life. So as you start to advance yourself, as you start to move yourself, you're doing a lot of the inner work, you're cleaning yourself up, you're moving up to the higher mind, you're talking to the higher mind, you'll notice that you really will not have a pull to the old world. I'd basically just say you're basically seeing the worldly world be left behind because you no longer relate to it. You don't relate to the old world, and I know exactly what that's like, right? I know exactly in that sense where you feel, like I said, I don't see isolation though. I see it as seclusion, right? I'm much more secluded in that way. So I have a fiance, right? We see each other once in a while, but like the whole idea is that I'm with her because she thinks very similar to me, which is great. But with the rest of the world, no, I feel like I'm just passing through. If I'm going out and I'm getting groceries and running some errands in that way, I don't really relate to the world. I'm just going out and getting groceries and doing these things, and that's about it. But I feel like I'm walking on a different plane. And that will happen to many people who I've talked to over the years. Say, Brad, I just don't really relate to this world anymore. I don't relate to how we do things on a worldly basis. So I get it. I know what you mean, right? So what can I do? Nothing. Let the world be the world. You now just let yourself explore your world, because your world is just as vast, if not more vast now, because you see a greater depth perception. You're not living on the surface anymore. So you want to let go of that feeling of living on the surface of life. You're now going into the depth. You're going into the core of your being. And that is far more exploratory. So we want to explore those facets of ourselves. And yes, but guess what? There are people that live on that plane as well. And you can call them in. And this is what I call the soul tribes. Okay? So you're calling in your soul tribes, people who think and act similarly to how you do. You can even put out a call to the divine and saying, God, please just send me some people of my soul tribe who I can connect with, because that feels like my true family. I have a family, but my family doesn't really follow anything that I do. They think I've gone off the deep end, and I don't know how to relate to them anymore. I love them, but I don't know how to relate to them anymore. So that's fine. Let your family be your family, and now in the meantime, you call in your soul tribe. You call in the people that think as you do. You are now looking at true family, right? That's the nature of the true family. True family is not blood ties, okay? True family is soul ties. It's the nature of soul rather than the nature of blood. Blood is, again, the old mortal concept, but the soul is forever, and that's the type of tribe you want to follow. And as you continue to work with yourself and you're more at peace, you don't mind being by yourself. Like I live here. I've lived in this place now for well over 3 years, all on my own. Have never had a complaint about it. I do a lot of these things independently, never had a complaint about it. I'm actually really enjoying it. When I see my fiance, it's great. I love seeing her as well. But then I come back in my own space and I'm happy here too. So I'm happy with my soul tribe, and I'm happy on my own at the same time. Because you just enjoy exploring yourself. You enjoy feeling the peace that resides within yourself. That certainly is my experience. So rather than isolation, why not see it as solitude? Happy, harmonious, helpful solitude. Okay? Okay, guys, we're going to go now into group healing. So we're going to do the last part here. So if you guys do have a intention to send this healing to another person, you just think of them as this healing is taking place. Just see that everything that's happening to you is just being delivered over to them, okay? So you can basically get them to take your place for this group healing, all right? Okay, so just getting yourselves nice and relaxed, placing your palms here in the center of the chest, making your heart transparent, seeing the spirit light in the center of your heart. Taking a deep breath in, feeling that light coming in between your palms. Deep breath out. And now breathing in and brightening the light. Exhale, expanding, making the light bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter as you inhale, bigger and bigger as you exhale. Brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger. Okay, placing your hands down on your lap, and now you can put this intention. Is this intention for me, or is it for somebody I know? Okay, you can put that intention forward now. Okay, now connecting to your light, representing your love, your trust, your faith, and we will begin. Blessings to you all, dearest children. Thank you very much. Reaching out now, taking a hold of your light. Slowly bring it back into yourselves. Saying again, either out loud or in your mind, God is making me better and better. 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 Putting all of that light back into the heart. Okay, feeling yourself clean. Feeling yourself whole, feeling yourself well, feeling yourself pure, feeling yourself perfect, because this is your true nature. All right, blessings to you all. Thank you very much for joining me this Friday for New Earth TV Live. So I will be back tomorrow, Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time for the next episode of the Healing Code Cards free e-course. Okay, and I'll be talking about the energy deck tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific. And this Sunday, I'll be back again for another live stream, as this is going to be day number 1 of the Conflict Elimination Technique 7-day challenge. Okay, day number 1. So I'm looking forward to those as well, too. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Be well, take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you. Thank you very much for checking out the New Earth Teachings YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you can check out the websites, newearthteachings.com, where you can order a private session, 3 questions by email, EQ method, and a lot more. And you can also check out healingcodecards.com, where you can grab your mind deck, your body deck, and of course the brand new body deck special edition. All of these are available in digital editions as well. And you can also get a shirt just like this through healingcodeshop.com, where you can experience the healing codes in apparel form. So feel free to check out these websites. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you again in the next video. Be well.